Lacawac Sanctuary is truly a sight to behold. With hiking trails and a pristine lake, it is one of the area's must-see locations. It supports a great mission and has an interesting history. Let's take a look at Lacawac Sanctuary's past, present, and future.
Lacawac is a nature preserve, environmental education center, and also a research facility. We do public education programs, K-12 education programs, field trips for students. We go into the classrooms for various school districts. We do service multiple county area, not only Wayne County, but Monroe, Pike, Lackawaxen, some Luzerne sometimes. We're open to the public for people to come hike and enjoy the 550 acres that's Lacawac.
The story of Lacawac Sanctuary can be traced back to William Penn. Through his role as Pennsylvania's first governor, he sought to map out his newly acquired territory. Through deals with local indigenous peoples and settlers, he was able to shape out the new Pennsylvania. In his colony, he sought to carve out tracts of land for himself and his family to lease to settlers. The largest in what would become Wayne County was the Wallenpaupack Manor. The manor would later change hands post-Revolution and wind up in the possession of James Wilson, a signer of the Declaration of Independence. Upon his death, his lands were separated, and the tract that contained what would become Lacawac Sanctuary was eventually purchased at the turn of the century by local coal mogul William Connell. Connell thought the land would be the ideal spot for a vacation home, so he set about building his residence in 1903. The property was state-of-the-art for its time. It featured ventilated porches, gas lighting, and an on-site ice house for keeping ice at hand all summer long. Eventually growing tired of making the long and arduous trek back and forth to their vacation spot, William's family sold the property shortly after his death in 1913. The buyer was Colonel Lewis Arthur Watrous of Scranton, a businessman who, among other projects, spearheaded the construction of the hydroelectric dam creating Lake Wallenpaupack. He and his family recreated at Lacawac for many years. In 1946, Colonel Watrous's grandson, Arthur, purchased the property and began restoring it to his childhood memories. By the early 1950s, Arthur had taken an interest in the ecological movement and realized that his lake at Lacawac and the surrounding woodlands were the ideal place for research because they had always been kept pure and clean. By 1966, Lacawac Sanctuary was born.
We've been studying the Lake Lacawac, since really the 1960s. And since the 1990s, we've had sensors on the lake. So there's this long-term data that they refer to it as. Really scientific-wise, it's this continually monitoring of the lake, taking parameters like pH levels, oxygen levels, nitrogen levels, rainfall into the lake, the temperature of the lake. And so we are basically monitoring these parameters throughout the entire year and noticing how things are changing. The lake itself, because it is 13,000 years old, and because the owners of the property really controlled, they ran what was then a septic system made out of clay piping outside of the watershed for the lake, protect the lake so that it was healthy, clean drinking water. Since then, we've controlled the entire watershed of the lake. So nothing has really polluted the lake. Really, since the glaciers receded, it was only used by man for swimming, sustaining life, that kind of stuff, fishing. So there was never motorized boats in the lake. Nothing ever polluted the lake, such as fertilizer. This is why it's considered one of the most pristine glacial lakes in the United States. In the last couple of years, I hired some really good environmental educators who really have developed programs for K-12 grades. What makes us special is that we're a research station. So we are different than just a normal nature center that offers a K-12 field trip, because we incorporate science into all of our field trips. We have a class called Advanced Water Ecology for high school students, where they actually do some of the techniques that our researchers are doing. They're taking samples of water, going under microscopes, they're testing the water, they're taking temperatures, they're coming up with hypotheses of what do they expect to find from this. And so they are monitoring the lake like the scientists monitor it. And that's something that you can't really get in other nature centers. So all of our programs are meant to get kids out into nature and really learn the science of why things are happening. So the sanctuary's mission statement is really simple. It's 3 words. It's research, education, preservation. We're doing research on the environment, on the forest, on especially Lake Lackawac. Education-wise, we do public programs, as I mentioned earlier. We are preserving the land for the use of the public to recreate on. So in a sense, Lackawac has a very diverse mission in 3 words.
Lacawac Sanctuary perfectly combines nature, recreation, and science, and it's here, waiting just for you.
Hi, I'm Lorraine Collins with Davis R. Chant Realtors. With over 50 years of serving the Lake Wallenpaupack region, Chant Realtors sells more homes by volume than any other realtor in the area. The Lake Wallenpaupack area is an attractive place to live because of its low taxes, great school districts, and beautiful scenery. Agents at Davis R. Chant Realtors have an extensive knowledge of the local market and experience with everyone from first-time home buyers to experienced investors. Chant uses a variety of print media, billboards, open houses, and national websites to promote properties and reach buyers. We work with sellers to put together a thoughtful but aggressive market plan tailored to each home individually. Here at Chant, we know that working together and providing channels of communication and feedback is important for the best outcome when selling your home. We provide a unique feature called Seller's Dashboard to our sellers, which allow you to view up-to-the-minute online information about your home, including how it is being marketed, how often it is being shown, and notes from agents and buyers. If you are ready to relocate, upgrade, downsize, or know anyone who is considering the Lake region, please stop by or call Davis R. Chant Realtors at 570-226-4518 or visit us online at chantre.com.
i2 Print is your premium printing service for all your professional printing needs. We'll help you throughout the printing process from design to distribution. With bookbinding abilities, we'll be able to help you get the word out or promote your business with branded assets and products. i2 Print offers top quality print products at competitive prices with quick turnaround and fast delivery. From business cards, large format posters, brochures, and wrap cards to annual reports, i2 Print can print everything you need to promote your product, service, and business. With the best printing technology available today, we live up to our tag: service, speed, and success. Choose i2 Print for your next printing project.
We're making headway, but we're not out of the woods yet. So stay home, stay safe, and don't forget to mask. To do your part, you have to be informed. Visit PoconoMountains.com/COVID-19. To win the war on COVID-19, you've got to fight every battle.
The Poconos is teeming with things to see and do, many of them in the great outdoors. Join us as we take a look at 5 of our favorite breathtaking waterfalls, in no particular order, of course. Our first stop is to Shohola Dam. The Shohola Marsh Dam forms Shohola Marsh Reservoir. Created in 1967 by the Pennsylvania Game Commission to support waterfowl population, the marsh is home to a diverse range of birds and fish. The overflow from Shohola Lake feeds the natural falls below, creating quite a sight to be seen. The falls can be accessed by trails on either side, and the view is well worth the steep climb. Next, we visit Raymondskill Falls and Dingman's Ferry. Raymondskill Creek Trail leads right to the most exciting parts of the falls and takes hikers past many interesting land features. There are a number of small waterfalls to view, with plenty of great places to rest and take pictures. Raymondskill Falls itself is accessed by a rock path with fence rails, making this the easiest place to visit on our list. This massive waterfall covers an elevation change of 178 feet over 3 levels. If the falls were straight, it would be just slightly shorter than Niagara Falls. The water runs from a clear pool at the top and works its way down several flats before forming Raymondskill Creek below. Up next is Hawk Falls at Hickory Run State Park in Whitehaven. Although not the biggest waterfall on our list, the view certainly does not disappoint. Hawk Falls is accessible by a hiking trail through gorgeous woods. The path leads over bridges and winds slowly to the river below. There, the falls is visible. It is a lovely spot to sit and enjoy nature. We then travel to Prompton State Park in Wayne County. The park is well known for its recreation and trails, but also features an excellent natural waterfall. The falls run through the woods and can be viewed from the top of the Sidewinder Trail. Water levels vary with the seasons and rainfall, but on a good day, this one's lovely as can be. Catching the evening light, the gray stone and green moss almost seem to sparkle. Although not terribly wide, the water runs a long course over several ledges, creating interesting patterns. Beautiful thick moss grows near the top of the falls and drips lazily down in front of the rock face. This one is a steep hike, but it's a great way to spend an evening. Finally, we visit Tanner's Falls in Dyeberry Township. This was the site of many factories and tanneries in the mid-1800s. Although no structures stand today, one cannot miss the unique bridge that still spans the top of the falls. Constructed in 1885 and now closed to traffic, the 131-foot iron, stone, and wooden bridge is a sight unto its own. The falls are located on state game lands, and it is an excellent place to fish or picnic. It's not a bad climb to get to a large stone overhang which provides some of the best views. The surrounding trails are a pleasure to explore, although some light climbing is required. The spot is picturesque and serene, a beautiful location to visit. Our region is rich with beautiful waterfalls, many closer to you than you might think. Spend some time outdoors and be sure to visit the Poconos' many majestic water features.
The Sterling Business and Technology Park is currently divided into 23 lots ranging in size from 3 to 30 acres. Each lot in the park is KOZ certified for companies that qualify. The Sterling Business and Technology Park is perfectly located just off Exit 17 on Interstate 84 in northeastern Pennsylvania, just under 2 hours from New York City. If you would like to explore locating your business at Sterling Business and Technology Park, visit sterlingbusinesspark.com.
Hey folks, do you wonder why you see so many B&B Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles here in the Northeast? It's no secret, ask the owner. You'll find out B&B Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Honesdale not only offers great deals, but you can't beat the knowledgeable and friendly sales staff and the exceptional factory-trained service technicians. Going shopping for a new or used vehicle? Stop by B&B Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Honesdale and make a deal. Get pre-approved. Check out our inventory. Go to bnbdodge.com, or better yet, visit our showroom at 125 Grandview Avenue, Honesdale. B&B Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. You'll love your new car or truck if you get it from B&B.
B&B, better and better.
Our world is a beautiful and changing place. By working together, we will all get through these trying times. The time will come to leave our homes and enjoy everything our world has to offer. Fresh air, beautiful sights, and enjoyment of nature will not fade. When you're ready, we're ready for you. The Pocono Mountains.
Wait, the map said left after the one with the large rings and right at the red one. Yes, we're here!
They call this area the Poconos.
Martha, I told you they were real. Look, now they're coming straight for us, and they're not from New York City.
Breaking news. Alien space invaders spotted over the Delaware River. Hold on. I'm being told they're friendly. Let's head down to Lackawaxen and see what's going on. We've been invaded by art. Originally sighted in Stamford, Connecticut, these spaceships have invaded Lackawaxen. This alien art was curated by Art the Alien as a community art enrichment project. Art the Alien is also available for a children-friendly scavenger hunt online. This retro ride takes us back to the zing, swoosh, and slam of our comic book days. And Allie the Alien popped out for a walk in the park, Veterans Park. Up and away as we zoom and zag our way through space and time to enjoy these 10 amazing art installments. We find ourselves not so lost in space at the stainless steel unidentified screw, located on the towpath across from Kelly Road. This friendly art alien shows us how peaceful it is along the Lackawaxen River. We zing over to the crash landing of flying saucers attack, and we're not the only ones. This truly colorful depiction of galactic combat is filled with stars and stellar remnants. It's a must-see at the Rowlands Cooperative Store in the corner of the towpath and 590. We blast off and head over to Fantasy Island for a space jam. This music-themed rock and roll rocket is a smash hit. And everyone knows Fantasy Island is famous throughout the galaxy for their stellar rock and roll concerts. We take off with a one-way ticket out of here for a relaxing spa excursion on Far Out tours along the towpath at Field Bend. And I have to say, the Venus Spa was out of this world. No chickens were harmed in the making of the extraterrestrial at the corner of the towpath and Forest Fire Department. We satisfied our space sweet tooth with the sugar crash at the S-curve at the Vanderbeek Farm on 590. Here, we find out that donuts help aliens produce interstellar gas. Holy guacamole! We spotted the UFO smash on the center mound on the Township Hill. And just when you thought it was safe to go backpacking, Auntie Sun and Mama Keela drop in for a little siesta in the park. This Mayan-inspired saucer crash-landed in the Sunset Park of Lackawaxen. As we prepared to head off through our next Stargate, we spotted a local alien. Wait, a porcua alien? Aliapine? Oh, no, it's just a porcupine. You never know what you'll see in the woods of Lackawaxen. Our astronomical appetites were piqued, so we launched ourselves over to UF Over Easy at the corner of Route 6 and 590. Explore this epic art adventure by taking an interstellar tour through Lacawaxen Township to view 10 spaceships strategically placed along a 30-mile route. For more information, visit growinglackawaxen.com, and we'll catch you on the dark side of the moon.
So, you want to know what this whole Freedom Boat Club thing is all about? Simply put, we're a club that makes boating, well, simple. Here's how it works. You join the club, you pay a one-time membership fee, and then monthly dues from there on out. And instantly, you get access to a fleet of boats. As a member, their entire fleet is at your disposal. All those things you imagine boating to be suddenly become reality. When you're done, you simply head back to the dock where the boat club staff will be waiting. Leave the boat with them, and that's it.
Tune in to Wally Life every Monday at 9 p.m. on Blue Ridge Communications Channel 13 for the latest in life around Lake Wallenpaupack.